This is Olive Oatman, and looking at this photo, you see nothing out of the ordinary. However, when you see her chin, it reveals a distinctive tribal tattoo. How did Olive get this tattoo? Keep watching to find out. In 1850, a 14-year-old Mormon girl named Olive Ann Oatman, alongside her parents and 6 siblings, set out to relocate from Independence, Missouri to California. The wagon trail was organised by James Brewster, and the Oatman family, alongside 50 other colonists, set off later that year. The journey to California was a treacherous and dangerous one, which was only made more dangerous after splits in the group led to arguments which resulted in the Oatman wagon carrying on. It may have been smarter for the Oatmans to stay in that larger group, as on the 18th of March the next year, while travelling along Gila River, 19 members of the Yavapai attacked the Oatmans. The resulting conflict would be named the Oatman Massacre, as both of Olive's parents, as well as 2 of her brothers and sisters, were slaughtered by the tribesmen, with her remaining brother Lorenzo being left for dead. Olive and her sister Mary Ann would survive and were kidnapped by the tribe. Olive and Mary Ann were taken to the Yavapai Ranch, where the young sisters were given jobs to collect wood, tend fires, and gather grass seeds. The pair were often beaten and were terribly treated at this time. The Oatman girls only had to put up with this for a year though, as visiting Mohaves purchased the sisters and walked them back to their village on the Colorado River. The Mohaves had superior living conditions and treated the girls far better, even giving the sisters land to grow wheat, corn, and melons on. It is reported that both girls were pretty happy in their captivity. This would also be where the Oatmans received their trademark blue chin tattoos, which in Mohave tradition are used to identify one another in the afterlife. Not everything would stay positive for the girls though, as a drought in 1853 wiped out the village's crops, with the lack of food leaving Mary Ann weak and frail, eventually resulting in her death shortly after. Lorenzo Oatman, who was left for dead at his family's massacre, was saved by some Indians who came across him. Lorenzo had moved to Fort Yuma, where he was desperate to track down his sisters. His track down mission was a success, and a Yuma Indian was sent to the Mohave's village to retrieve Olive. Olive looked back positively on her time with the Mohaves, and her immersion into their culture was so deep, as during the 4 years she lived with them, she almost completely forgot how to speak English. However, Olive would move on and move to New York, where she would gain her education. She also shared her story with a California clergyman, Reverend Royal B. Stratton, who chronicled her tale, which was published in 1857 with the rather long name Life Among the Indians, being an interesting narrative of the captivity of the Oatman girls. Olive would also give lectures on her captivity, as well as Native American culture and customs, as she was well equipped to deal with the topics given her experiences. Olive would marry John B. Fairchild in 1865, moving to Sherman, Texas, where she would also eventually pass away in 1903 at 65 years old. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already.